students, welcome again in this video. As our first chapter is completed and hope you are studying at your home and as well as you have started to preparing the question and answers. And today in this video we will continue the same chapter, chapter 2, Islam and its impact. Okay, let's see some new topics. We will continue same chapter, chapter 2, Islam and its impact on the Middle East. And today's topic are the Quran, Khalifa or the Caliphate, contribution of Islam and spread of Islam. And first topic, the Quran. As we know that the Quran is the holy book of Islam and it comprised the all teachings of Prophet Muhammad, which supposed to be words of Allah. According to the Muslim tradition, the Quran was orally revealed by God to the Prophet Muhammad through the angel Jibril, incrementally over a period of same 23 years. So, it is the central religious text of Islam and it is widely regarded as the finest work in classical Arabic literature. Now, second topic is Khalifa or the Caliphate. Khalifa is an Arabic word, name or a title, means successor, ruler or a leader. But it most commonly refers to the leader of a caliphate, but is also used as a title among various Islamic religious groups. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, his faithful friend and follower Abu Bakr adopted the title Caliph and the office came to be known as Caliphate, and he became the religious and political head of Muslims. Next point is Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr was the Muhammad's closest companion and advisor who succeeded to Prophet's political and administrative functions. Later, he transformed the Arab armies into an exceptional fighting force, and Abu Bakr and his successors conquered, conquered many areas and spread the message of Allah. And gradually, Iran, Syria, Central Asia, North Africa, and Spain also came under the control of Caliph. And Arabian people settled down in conquered areas and established well-known cities such as Baghdad, Cairo and Damascus, and they practiced agriculture, industry and trade. Next point is Umayyad Caliphs. After the death of Prophet Muhammad, four major caliphates established in Arab Empire, and Umayyad Caliphate was the second major caliphate. The Umayyad Caliphate ruled the Islamic Empire from 661 CE to 750 CE. During this period, the capital of Islamic Empire shifted to Damascus in Syria. The Arabs reached up to Afghanistan, Central Asia, Northern Africa and Spain. And Islam also spread it up to Sindh and Indus River. And now next point is Abbasid Caliphs. The Abbasid Caliphate was the third caliphate to succeed the Prophet Muhammad. And actually Prophet Muhammad's uncle Abbas in Abdul and his descendant founded Abbasid dynasty, and from whom the dynasty takes its name. The Abbasid caliphs shifted the capital from Damascus to Baghdad. And during this period, the Arab Empire emerged as one of the most powerful empires, and Baghdad became the cultural capital of ancient world. And now next topic is contribution of Islam. The Arab kingdom was interconnected with three continents of Asia, Africa and Europe, due to which various culture and tradition exchanged between of them. Thus their growth resulted a number of contributions in the field of maths, geography, astronomy and literature. We will study one by one. First one, in the field of mathematics, they contributed in a various branch of maths such as algebra, geometry and trigonometry, whereas they adopted the decimal system and numerals from Indian tradition. Second one, in the field of geography and astronomy, they invented astrolabe, which helped greatly in navigation. And next one, the next one is now next point is in the field of secular literature, they also considered to be great contributor. The Persian poet Omar Khayyam wrote the Rubaiyat, which is noted example of literature. And another famous work of Arabs is the 1001 Night, or more popularly known as the Arabian Nights. Now next point is spread of Islam. The spread of Islam beyond the Arabic world was resulted of their growing trade. It gradually became popular amongst the West and the Central Asian tribes. And next point is Islam in the Indian subcontinent. In this point, we will know that how does Islam entered in India when the Arab traders traveled to India for trading purpose. They brought with them their culture, tradition and practices, and some of them settled down here, married locals, and thus they became a part of our culture. In this way, the Arab tradition was merged with the local Indian tradition and culture. And during the 7th and 8th century, they started coming to India and gradual spread of Islam in India. But when the Muhammad bin Qasim invaded India in 1712 CE, that period is considered the actual advent of Islam in India. So, Muhammad bin Qasim was first Islamic ruler who invaded India and defeated King Dahir in Battle of Rawar and conquered Sindh, which became a province of Umayyad Caliph. And then gradually they occupied Sindh, Multan and important cities of northwest, but could not expand further due to resistance of Rajput. After the Arab, the Turk invaded India and they were also followers of Islam. So thus the arrival of Islam is considered in India.
This call and end to this chapter. Hope you have understood very well. And the question and answers and snapshot of chapter 2 you can see in description box. Okay, see you again for next video.